Now let's visit La Palma, a stargazing paradise in the Canary Islands, where we usually do our annual workshop on sky photography called Astromaster. My colleague Christophe Malin there will introduce this panning option of Polari further and talk about various speeds of panning.
The sun has just set at the Roca de los Muchachos, Canary Islands, La Palma, and the Earth shadow is behind me, and we have set the Polari for the night to capture one of the most beautiful night skies in the world. We have set the Polari for use as a tracking device, but now we can easily use it as a panning device for time-lapse, a very reliable and easy to set up panning device for time-lapse. For this we have a separate accessoire which is available in the Polari store or through your dealer. It's a very smart designed base plate. So now we take away the polar meter. For a moment I will also put away the camera, which is very easily done. Then I remove the Polari from the tripod and I will attach the base plate. You can see it even has a compass built in. The base plate is designed so as you can use it with a large screw or a small screw by the same time. Once you have leveled your tripod using the bubble, you can even remove the ball head and use the Polari as low as possible directly attached to the tripod, which further increases stability, puts it low to the ground and further reduces weight. So now I put back the camera and now can test if the camera is also leveled, and can now with the second ball head easily move it to the desired angle. This is set up very easy using the dialer here, which has indicators for a general illumination, a half speed, a star speed, even a sun and a moon speed. The half tracking speed is used for the Polari, using it for a long focal length like 70 mm upwards, 50 mm, even 200 mm. With this tracking speed you can beautifully pan very slow with long focal lengths. The next speed is the star speed, which is usually used to track the Polari and to track the stars, but this speed is also very useful for wider angles like 24 mm, 14 mm. And the new version of the Polari coming on the market soon will even have a double speed for super wide angle or for moves where you have a very short interval during the day, or even for moonlight you can use it. So my plan tonight is the Milky Way will come up over there, and I will track it and move to the right until the sun goes up. So when you want to use the polary for long transitions from day into the night and from night into the day, you need a good power source. For shorter transitions, you can of course use the built-in batteries of the polary, which are 2 AA batteries. If you use high ampere batteries, you can even go as far as 6 to 8 hours or even more. But even if you need more power, you can use any available power source on the market, usually used for iPhones or Androids, like this power tube here, and can just go in here with an USB cable directly into the USB port of the polary. When you open up the battery compartment of the polary, you will discover a little switch where you see S and N. This is actually a switch for the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere. If you put it to the southern hemisphere, also the LEDs of the polary will indicate this by glowing green. If you put the little switch to the northern hemisphere, the polary will indicate this by using a red LED light. But furthermore, for panning, you can switch here to have the polary rotate to the left side, and if you switch to the northern hemisphere, the polary will go to the other side.